Just share your screen with your audience. Hey guys, Adam Katz for dogtrainertoolbox.com. Just trying to figure out how this YouTube live thing works, as well as testing this new Logitech Brio webcam. Now, I just did a Facebook Live, so I wanted to kind of compare the Facebook Live thing to the YouTube Live and see how it does. So probably not going to go too long on this, because even the other one with an unannounced time, I wasn't exactly sure how many people were watching it while I was doing it. It didn't seem like there was anybody watching it. As soon as I logged off, it looked like there were like 95 eyeballs. So I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure with this one either. I'm looking around. Let me expand this window and see if we have any information on the right. I don't see anything. So what I wanted to talk about, what I talked about on the other one, was problem dogs and problem owners. And really, as a dog training business owner, the dirty little secret of this industry is that 90% of what you do is really working with the owner, not so much the dog. The dogs are very much the easy part. I mean, after you've been doing it full time for 2, 3, maybe 4 years, figuring out how to deal with all the different dog issues that get thrown at you, not that big of a deal, not that hard. I mean, yeah, occasionally you get a curveball that gets thrown at you, but for the most part, the real issues in this business are the owners, the problem owners. And a big part of dealing with that is learning how to be a good communicator, how to be a good leader, how to structure your lessons and the explanation of your lessons in a way that is easy for them to both understand and implement. Because it's one thing if you're just entertaining, but if they don't know how to actually implement the techniques at the end of the day, you're not really serving the client, right? You're not serving the client or the dog, because like I said, 90% is really training the owner and teaching and motivating the owner to actually do the work with the dog. Because it's so easy to, I don't want to make it sound like it's so easy, because obviously if you're new to the industry and you don't really know what you're doing, then maybe it's not so easy. But the dogs really are not the hard part of this business. The owners are the hard part of this business. And the better you get at creating systems and scripts that allow you to communicate to the owner and motivate the owner, the better you're going to do, the more successful you're going to be with the dogs in the end, because you're motivating the one aspect of the equation. The dog's performance, the dog's behavior is only going to follow how well the dog owner works with the dog, and how well the dog owner learns the commands and the techniques that you teach them. So big part is learning how to work with the owners, and that mostly comes with time. But also being cognizant of it, because if you're not cognizant of it, you're just going to keep making the same mistakes. So I would take mental notes when I worked with clients, because you start seeing patterns, just like you do with dogs. You see the same dog behavior problems come through the front door. You see the same behavior issues from clients. And if you're paying attention, if you're keeping mental notes, and even if you screw something up, then you see it again and again and again. Pretty soon you get to the point where you know how to handle those situations, right? So maybe you do something stupid, you get bit once because you didn't have the dog owner back tie the dog, or you realize that there's an owner that's maybe a little bit volatile, and you decide you're only going to work with them out in public and not in a private space, so to speak. So there's all kinds of things that'll pop up, and you'll figure that stuff out as you go through life. Life as a dog trainer. Anyways, I'm not seeing any chats right now, probably because maybe partially because I'm slurring my words, but probably because we didn't promote this at all, because I just decided to jump in and do a live without any advance notification. So with that being said, if you are a dog trainer, whether you're a struggling dog trainer or a successful dog trainer, and you want to get more desperate dog owners calling you each and every day, each and every week, each and every month check out dogtrainertoolbox.com. I run Facebook ads. I find that it's really, you can get results that are twice as good for half the price. But Google ads are great too. SEO is great. All of it's great. And for the services that I don't offer, I have mechanisms you can put your name into or your email, and it'll forward you to my recommended providers, people that do offer those services that I've been working with for years now, and do a good job. So check out dogtrainertoolbox.com. And also, if you're on Facebook and you're not a member yet, check out the Dog Trainer Marketing Group. You see a picture of this guy with a Dutch Shepherd, and we've got over, I believe, 5,100 professional dog training business owners swapping secret strategies, tactics, and tips on how to grow your dog training business. And it's a very, very good supportive group. We try and keep the bozos out, keep the spammers out. And if you have questions about, not so much about dog training, because there's a lot of other groups. There's thousands of groups out there that talk about dog training, but more about the business of dog training. But even if it is something relating to clients, for example, those kind of questions are obviously welcome. But any type of business, advertising, marketing, or if you just need a shoulder to cry on because the clients are driving you crazy, check out dogtrainertoolbox.com. All right, guys, thanks.